Hello, everybody. I was having some technical difficulties, so it took me a second to get on here, so I apologize. I do have a class happening at 10 a.m., so we have to keep this on time. I know for the last couple of Bronze Up brunches, we have kind of gone a little bit over the time, which I'm totally okay with if I have nothing going on, but today is going to be a little bit different. So let's see, how am I going to do this? Can you guys let me know that you guys are here? I just want to make sure that our comments are all working and everything. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 3 of Bronze Up Brunch. We're going to talk about marketing and getting new clients today. Can you guys let me know that you guys are here by commenting and saying hello? Hi, Christine. Thank you for commenting. All right, guys, let me go ahead and pull up my stuff here. I was going to use this computer, but I was having some technical difficulties on the Facebook side. So let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. It is Monday, one of my favorite days of the week. I'm really excited for today. We're going to learn about marketing to your ideal clients and making sure that we're making that money. So give me one sec. Let me go ahead and open this up. All right, guys, before I start, I just want to see who's on here. If you guys can say hello, let me know where you're from, what your business name is. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Thanks for joining. All right. Hello, Instagram. We're on here today. Last week we were on here, so you guys missed it, but we did episode 2 regarding branding, and that was a super, super successful Bronze Up brunch that we did. I love that episode, and a lot of people were sharing their inspiration with us, sharing their branding boards with us, and I love seeing that. Hi, Diana. Hi, Amanda. Hi, guys. Thank you. Hello, Blush Spray Tan in Detroit, Metro Detroit. Love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, guys, so I have a training at 10, so we really have to keep this on time. It's 9 o'clock right now. I have a list of things that I want to talk to you guys about, and I usually just like run through these types of trainings and talk. So please, if you guys have questions, I want you guys to just write it in the comment box so I can just address them sooner than later, because otherwise I'll miss it through some of the comments like I have been doing in the episodes, previous episodes. So just to kind of retract and see where we started with episode 1, how to use Instagram for your business and how to find people who are local to you. So hi guys, there's so many people on here. I'm so excited. I get the chills. Hi Corey, I'm so glad that you were able to make it from Corona, my kind of hometown. I went to high school there. Hi Judy, hi Diana. Missed the branding video. You do need to catch up. They're all going to be posted on YouTube. So if you guys go to YouTube, you guys can find all the episodes there. I usually update them within like 24 hours of doing these broadcasts. So I would love for you guys to go over there and subscribe to our channel. Hello, Landa. Hello, Amanda from Oregon. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Ashley. Happy Monday. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, cool. So episode 1 was about using Instagram to build your business, to find clients that are local to you, to get them into your salon. And our second episode was talking about branding and finding your ideal client and really understanding how to speak to these people and how to brand to them so that way you can attract them into your business as well. I know that we forget to brand and how to brand and how to market, and like a lot of us are very confused in it. So I made a challenge last week to create your branding board so you guys can get your colors together, your fonts together. A lot of you guys reached out to us for my team and I to create your branding boards for you, which I was really, really happy to do. And we got a lot of great feedback on them. So I'm really, really, really glad. Hi, Bronze Bride Brooke. I'm so glad that you love them. I love doing them for you guys. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sherry. Good morning. Okay, cool. So today we are going to talk about marketing your beauty business and really how to make sure that you are getting as many clients as you can, because essentially we're in business for a couple of reasons, and one of them is to make money, right? We don't want to just sit here and twiddle our thumbs. We really want to attract the right clients into our space, and we really want to make sure that we're doing that in the most efficient way possible. So Jennifer says, yes, love my branding board. Thank you. You're so welcome. It was great working with you. You're so easy to work with. I love, I love, I love. Hello, online permanent makeup from Atlanta. Welcome. Okay, guys, so again, if you guys want to introduce yourself, I would love to hear your name, where you're from, and also what city you're from. You never know who you can connect with in these beauty business babe groups and these bronze up brunches. So over here, what we have is Instagram. So if you see me looking back and forth, that's why I have Instagram here, and then I have Facebook right over there. So let's go ahead and get started. So after you create your brand, after you find out who your ideal client is, you're creating a brand for these people, right? You're really trying to understand what their language is and how to speak to them. So we went over that last week, and what we want to do now is kind of put those things together where it's like, okay, I know who my ideal client is, I know how to market to them, and now I'm ready to put forth the effort in different ways and different avenues to get to these clients, right? Hi, Katie Ramsey from Body Bar, Brentwood, California. Okay, cool. So a couple of things that I want to mention just based on last week's call is to create your brand loyalty by keeping it consistent. So when I say that, I mean stay consistent with like your colors, your fonts, your message, your vibe. Everything like that needs to be 100% consistent. Otherwise, people are going to get confused and they're not going to trust that you know who you are and what your brand is and what you're offering. So really, really keep everything really original, really clean. I like to use bigger photos. Always watermark your stuff whenever you're posting stuff on Instagram or Facebook. And the reason why is because if somebody does end up sharing that photo, your logo will always be there or your watermark will always be there. So then that just kind of gains a little bit more exposure for your clients or potential clients, I should say. You can use watermarks through iWatermark, Easy Watermark, WordSwag, PicCollage, Canva. So let's go ahead and dive in a little bit deeper. I'm so sorry, I'm getting so many calls right now. Let's go ahead and dive in a little bit deeper and talk about exactly how to put forth your marketing efforts in a way that's going to attract your clients locally. So we're going to talk about online marketing first. So if you guys don't have a pen and paper yet, definitely get a pen and paper right now. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because, again, I have a training at 10, so I don't want to be late for her. Hi, Jessica from Victorville. I hope to meet you. Golden Kisses by Jess is her name. That's super cute. Hi, my name is Marlene. I'm from Indianapolis, and I am trying to get my own spray tanning business. Well, welcome. You're in the right spot. That's exactly what we help our clients with. Hi, Luke. Heather says, hey, girl, sorry, jumping in late. No problem. We haven't really started getting in the nitty-gritty, so we're almost there. Hi, Brittany. No worries. Thank you for being here. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Sherry. Bare Radiant Sunless. I love that. That's so pretty. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about getting found locally and what exactly that means for you and for your clients who are nearby. So local searches lead 50% of mobile visitors to stores on a daily basis and within one day. So what we want to do is make sure that we are visible online. And I think this is something that a lot of people struggle with. So it's important for us to kind of put our names out there, get known by our local people, and not only online, but in person. So we will touch up on that too. We personally gain most of our clients from Yelp. Yelp has been a huge thing for our business. And I feel like from most of the people that I've talked to, in bigger cities, it seems to be that way. Whereas in smaller cities, Yelp isn't very well known yet. But I do think that it is definitely going to be if it's not already. And it is something that people know about. So it's better to get your name online as much as you can than to be like, you know, does this work? Does this not? If it's free, put your name on there. So Yelp is going to be one of those resources for you. Again, if you guys don't have a pen and paper, please get one, because usually when I do these trainings, I tell my clients to take pictures of this or screenshot it or something, but I don't have it on the screen right now, so it's just me talking to you. So please just write this down. If you guys are not on Yelp yet, make sure you're on Yelp. And I personally have a pretty good relationship with some of the people at Yelp, and I've asked them, you know, how do I make sure that I am the most visible possible? How do I make sure that everything looks nice and streamlined and that I am getting the most exposure possible? And you have to put in keywords. So just like with your website for SEO purposes, just like with pretty much anything, Facebook, Instagram, you want to put in keywords that pertain to your particular business in order for you to be more visible or easily visible. So for us, we really focus on the specialties section on Yelp. And then also there's a tab or a section for history. There's also a tab, I think, for services. There's three main ones. So if you go ahead and send or go onto Yelp, you definitely want to focus on the specialties tab. That's like the first thing that she told me. Always put in your city. Make sure that you mention what you do. So we talk about airbrush tanning in there. We talk about spray tanning. We talk about eyelash extensions, waxing in San Diego, La Jolla, Pacific Beach, all the surrounding areas, and the area that we're actually in. Jacinda says, yep, Yelp is the devil. Oh my God, I have a love-hate with them. If it wasn't for Yelp though, I literally don't know where I would be, because we have about 70% of our new clients, I'm gonna say about 70% of our new clients are from Yelp. So many of them, right? And so it really does a great thing for our business. I know that once you sign up with Yelp, and if you already are with Yelp, you know this, that they really harass you a lot and they bug you. They bug you to buy into their ads and, you know, sign contracts with them and all of that. I really have never done that before. I don't see the need. I've actually haven't heard the best things about it. So if I were you, I would try to definitely do things organically as opposed to paying for advertising on Yelp. So when I say organically, what I mean by that is just making sure that your keywords are in the proper places and that you are continuously getting reviews on Yelp, because if you stop getting reviews and then all of a sudden you get like 20 reviews in one day, that's going to flag Yelp to think that, okay, you're asking for reviews when that's kind of illegal in Yelp terms. So it's best to just make sure you're being consistent about letting people know that Yelp exists and that you would really appreciate them helping your small business by leaving a review or sharing their experience on Yelp. Ashley says, yes, they do. Yeah, they're very, very good at harassing people. Hi from Holland. Wow, that's far. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so do you guys, I just kind of want to get your guys' feedback on Yelp. Do you guys use Yelp? Do you not use Yelp? Does it work for you? Does it not work for you? For me, it's like one of the biggest things in our business. So I 100% of the time always say get Yelp if you can, which everyone can if you guys have a business name and if you guys are up and running, because it is a free service that you guys need and should take advantage of. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about how to get even more visible online beyond Yelp. And this is something that has taken me forever to complete, but it is definitely something that everyone should do. Let's see what replies you got. Corey says, yes, lots of my clients find me on Yelp, but again, love-hate relationships, so this is such good info. Yes, I think every business owner has a love-hate with Yelp, but it's so helpful that I'm willing to deal with the harassment and I'm willing to deal with, you know, some of the not so great things about Yelp, because it does make my business what it is today, which is super incredibly helpful. And I think another important tip when it comes to dealing with people at Yelp and people who work at Yelp, you need to make sure that you are, one, not being rude to them, because I feel like, and I don't know this for sure, but I do feel like there is a way for them to kind of mess with your rankings when it comes to being on the first page or on the top page. So you definitely want to keep a good relationship with them, even if they're bugging the shit out of you. Just make sure that you're nice, that you're polite to them. And, you know, I always just let them know, like, hey, I'm not interested right now, but when I am, I'll definitely reach out to you, because Yelp has been such a help right now, and I appreciate you and all of that stuff. I just kind of kiss their ass a little bit, but it's important to just have that good relationship with them. They actually, somebody is making, I heard this a couple years ago, so I don't know if it's still in the making, but there's a documentary called The $1 Billion Bully. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it, but it's about Yelp, and it's about them essentially like punking people into buying advertisement and really not being as helpful as it could be. So always watch out. You know, whenever you're spending your hard-earned money, you need to make sure that that investment is going to be good. I know that a lot of the times we're fearful of that, and I always talk about not being fearful and jumping and taking the leap of faith when it comes to investing in your business. But, you know, ask people about whatever investment you're trying to do, because you don't want to spend, you know, $300 a month for Yelp and then have like a 6-month contract and not really see the return on your investment. For me personally, I would rather do it the organic way, but it takes longer to do that. So you have to kind of weigh your pros and cons. I will be in San Diego on Friday and early Saturday. I should come get a tan. You are more than welcome to come get a tan. It is great weather out here right now, so I think that hopefully it's going to pick up a little bit because we're a little slow this week. Heather says, we don't use Yelp yet. Definitely get on there because it doesn't hurt. Katie says, I use it, try the paid advertising, and see a good ROI. That's so good to know, because I hear very, very conflicting, but most of the time not so great things. So I'm so glad that it's worked for you, Katie. Corey says, I don't want to pay for ads, so I love hearing this stuff from you. Yeah, ads, they're not fun to pay for. But I will tell you that if you are going to pay for an ad, definitely go with Google. I would say Google AdWords would be the best thing to do. So, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Oh, you didn't see good ROI. Okay. Katie did not see good ROI, which is kind of what I hear all the time. So it's important for you guys, again, to do your research and make sure that you're investing your money appropriately and in the right investment. Like, I personally would rather spend my money on Google AdWords. I've played around with Facebook ads. Doesn't really work for me personally, but I know that there's a lot more to it that I don't know. So I need to really, really, really figure that one out. Corey says, so how do you get information from them but not pay for ads? What do you tell them about why you're not interested? I just let them know that I love Yelp. I appreciate their help so much, but as of right now, I'm not taking any more clients is something that I kind of say sometimes. Or I'll just let them know, like, it's been so helpful that, you know, I'm really, really happy with where I'm at right now. But in the event that that changes, I will definitely reach out to them. So I'm just very, very nice to them. No problem, Katie. Heather says, do you use the Google AdWords app? I don't. So Luke does all of our Google AdWords stuff, and he's really, really good at it. He knows a lot of information about it. I'm not the guru when it comes to that. He is. So we are setting up a webinar that he's going to go ahead and share his screen with you guys and explain how Google AdWords work, and if you guys need help, you guys can work with him. But we're going to do that probably, I don't know, sometime this month. So I'll let you guys know when that happens. Veronica says, I just went to a Google class led by Google employee. He stressed to use Google My Business. If you can get 10 good reviews, it helps your ranking and SEO. Use it as soon as possible. Thank you so much, Veronica. I love Google My Business, but I am going to really, really let you know that I'm kind of upset with them right now because I switched my business name from Positively Tan to Slay Beauty Bar. And ever since I've done that, I literally have like 40, 45 reviews or something like that on my Google My Business account, but still it doesn't pull up on the map. So if you search spray tan class, or not spray tan class, if you search spray tanning in San Diego from where you're at, Veronica, we don't pull up on the first page, and it's been like that for months, and our SEO on our website's great. Everything else is fine. So I don't know why it's not pulling up on maps, so I'm upset with them. I don't know what's going on. Jacinda says, Facebook ads doesn't work for spray tan class, the question mark. Online downloads are the perfect business for Facebook ads. You know, I've tried it, and I think the problem is that we didn't really, I don't want to say he didn't know what he was doing, but we worked with somebody that didn't really know our business well, so I think that was a problem. I need to figure out how to use it because I know that Facebook ads can definitely help with our online spray tan training programs. Shannon says, I just signed up for Yelp and they were giving away free $300 credit for ads. They do that, and they require you to buy a certain amount and like sign a contract, Shannon, for that. So just be wary. Always ask good questions, because if they're ever giving away free ads, they have some sort of contract or some sort of something that you have to commit to. So just be careful. So Jacinda said, I bought a Facebook ad course. for $250. Yes. Okay. So that's another great thing. I'm so glad that you mentioned that. You know, a lot of us are so stuck into our like little bubble right here. And I think that it's important for you guys, if you really, really want to learn marketing, you have to be here. You have to show up. You know what I mean? So the people that are here on Beauty Business Babes watching this, people that are here on Instagram that are watching this, like you're showing up. You're showing up for your business. You're showing up for your clients. You are taking the time and energy out of your day to be here to learn. So thank you guys so much. But there are other classes that really, really go into depth as far as how to use Facebook ads, how to use Google AdWords, you know, and we, like what I'm trying to do here is build something where this is not just a spray tan training program. Like we want to share our knowledge with you guys and create those courses because they're very, very few and far in between. So if we can just focus on the beauty industry and share like different programs with you guys as far as like Facebook ads, you know, how to use that for your sunless business, or, you know, Google AdWords, how to get more clients using Google AdWords, and really having like a step-by-step program to have you guys understand how to use it for your particular beauty business. I think that would be great. There's a ton of resources though, so you guys might want to check it out. Corey says, I'm having the same issue with Yelp ever since I moved to Fullerton to Corona. I need to call them. Yeah, so Corey, make sure that your Yelp account has your actual city there, and then it has like 3 different surrounding cities that you can put in there. So just make sure that your map is correct. And I know it takes a little bit of time for it to actually like kick in, but I think the more that you get reviews, the more active that you are on Yelp, the more that you update it. And that this goes for anything, guys. The more that you update your website, the more that you update Google My Business, the more that you update your Yelp account, your Facebook account, your Instagram account, like the better it's going to be, because a lot of what happens is that we kind of just make our website and then we forget about it. We're like, okay, well, that's done. No, you need to continue blogging. You need to really keep up with your website, because from Google's perspective, when they're doing their like searches and their algorithm as far as like who's going to be on the first page, they look for that kind of stuff. You know, they look for who's blogging or who's updating their content constantly. And so what I do, and I try to do this on a consistent basis, I'm not the greatest at this, but on my website, I try to have like 2 to 4 blogs every single month to make sure that it is updated on a consistent basis and that we're continuing to use keywords on our blogs. So like spray tanning, eyelash extensions, waxing, San Diego, Pacific Beach, La Jolla, that sort of thing, right? So same thing with Yelp. Katie says, Yelp wants a 12-month commitment, but I declined and they offered a 6 months. Yes, you could definitely negotiate with them. So whenever you're talking to Yelp and if they're trying to sell you into something, I always say just negotiate. And this should be with like any business thing, like whether it's a lease, whether it's pretty much anything, try to negotiate if you can, because you are a business owner, you are spending your hard-earned money on whatever it is, product and services and that sort of thing. So always try to see if there's like something that you can negotiate with, because I always say a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So yeah, if you don't say anything, they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, it's like $500 for this, and then you're just gonna be like, okay, and then that's what you're gonna end up paying. But if you try to negotiate, at least you can try to bring that number down, or like Katie did, bring that commitment down to 6 months. Stephanie says, you come up on mine, but it's listed as both names on the map. Okay, so I'm glad that it's showing up somewhere, because I see us on the list on, say like the first page, just like organically, but I do not see it on the map. So I'm glad if it's on the maps. I am like really, really happy to hear that. Studio Tan Francisco, that's funny. Your tips are so helpful. I love you. You're so clever. Blush spray tanning, yes, that would be amazing. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be doing that. We're going to have mini courses. We're rebranding and doing all kinds of stuff, and we're going to do something a lot different than a lot of the spray tan training programs out there. So I'm really excited for that, because I wanted really this to be a spray tan training business marketing program, and that's exactly what we've been doing for our clients that are one-on-one with us, and then also at the spray tan training tours, we're definitely doing that. So let's go ahead and move away from Yelp really quick and talk about how to get your guys' name on the first page of Google. That is the goal for everybody, right? Whenever you guys go on Google, you want to put in spray tan San Diego, and you guys want to be on the first page. That is the goal for everybody, because your clients are not going to want to go to the second, third, fourth, or fifth page. Couple ways to do that. Step number 1, or the first tip, you can pay for Google AdWords, And Google AdWords will allow you to set up a budget, and you can be on the first page of Google that way if you know how to use Google AdWords to your advantage. Now, I try to do Google AdWords Express, and you know, I didn't have the greatest return on my investment. So if you're really trying to get clients and you're really trying to get a good return on investment, I would recommend using Google AdWords, not Google AdWords Express, although Google AdWords Express is going to be easier, but it's going to cost you more. So Google AdWords is what we do. It's what Luke sets up for us, and it is more complex than Google AdWords Express, but in my opinion, I've seen much more success doing it that way. And so I would do your research on that. I would hire someone for that if you don't know how to do it. Otherwise, you guys can go in there and try to play around with it yourself. But there's so many different like levels to it and so many layers to it, and it's unbelievably complicated. And I'm pretty tech savvy, but I don't even have the energy or the time or the mental capacity to kind of like try to do that. So definitely try to do it yourself if you want to, if you feel like you're brave enough. Otherwise, you can always hire someone to do it. And then I know that Google has a lot of people, tech support and that sort of thing, customer service, that will help you out. So if you guys have any questions or get stuck somewhere, you guys can always reach out to them, which is nice. So that would be my first thing. Now, the second thing, and before you do that even, you want to sign yourself up on Google My Business, which is what Veronica had mentioned. So Google My Business is going to be a free listing that you can list your business on. Just make sure that your website is on there, make sure your phone number is correct, make sure you have your address correctly on there if you are not just a mobile service. If you are just a mobile service, go to like FedEx or UPS, and I think they give you a physical address instead of a PO box, because the PO box will not work. So for example, if you go to FedEx or UPS and you're just a mobile service, you can go over there and they can give you an address, essentially a PO box or a mailbox, and it would be like 123 Main Street, for example. And so that way you're not putting your personal address out there for your mobile services, but you're still being able to, you will still be able to put yourself on Google My Business. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please let me know. Jacinda says, wow, we're getting so many calls. Jacinda says, always negotiate, although it doesn't seem like it. You are in charge. They want your money. Yes, yes, yes. I agree 100% with that statement, because I've negotiated everything from my rent here at the salon. I've negotiated like everything that I can possibly think of, except for like solutions. I mean, I guess I negotiate. I'm like, hey, do you guys have any discounts right now? You know, I always ask a question, because again, a closed mouth does not get fed, and you will never know unless you ask, right? So definitely agree with that. Okay, and so in addition to Google My Business, obviously you want to be on Yelp business listings, although Yelp works with Yext, YEXT.com, and so they offer a service where they can put you on all the listings for like $200 and something, which might make sense. I didn't do that in the beginning because I didn't have the money to do that, and I didn't want to spend the money, honestly. So I would rather just do it myself, just because I'm that type of person. Especially in the beginning, I was like, let me just do it myself, and I'm just going to tackle, because there's 50 different listings that you can list yourself on your business or for your business, and so I tackled like 5 a day, and it took me, you know, 10 days or so to do it. So it's very tedious to do. So if you guys do that, just expect to take a lot of time and energy and that sort of thing to do that. But the full listing you guys can get on our website. So if you guys want to write this down really quick, spraytanclass.com /beauty-industry oh my God, this is so long. I'm just gonna type it in the comments here. That is way too long. It's on Spray Tan Class though, and it's on one of our blog posts. So let me go ahead and type this in here so you guys can check it out. It's a full listing of where you can essentially put your listing, your business listing, on the internet for free, which will help with your SEO, which is also known as search engine optimization, which is also the way that you are hopefully going to get on the first page if you are doing the SEO correctly on all accounts. So there you go. That should be it. If you guys are looking for it on our website and you can't find it, just DM me or PM me or email me at info@spraytanclass.com. Dang it, it didn't work. Anyways, I'll post it on later. For you guys on Instagram, I can't really post it on there. So if you guys want to just email me, DM me, and then I can go ahead and send you the list. The list would be 50 directories that you can put yourself on, so that way it helps with your SEO. I will say that some people, like once you start doing this, people are going to call you and they're going to be solicitors and all kinds of stuff. But the best thing to do is, one, obviously just kind of like ignore them. Try not to pay for anything that you don't feel like is necessary. But if you are going to pay for anything, I think the best way to go about it is probably going to be Yext. Yext, yext.com, will do your whole listing on all of those pages, like Google My Business, Yahoo, Bing, White Pages, Super Pages, Yellow Book, or whatever, all of them for like $250 to $300, I think is the last I've heard. So just keep that in mind. You guys have options as far as getting that all set up and done. Corey says, you may have already touched on this on prior brunch talks, but any recommendations on what to use to build your own website yourself? I own my domain, but I need to build my host site. Okay, so we build host sites for our clients, and we use Wix, Wix.com, and I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it because it's so incredibly easy, but some people just don't have like that creativity mindset, or they just don't feel like they have the time or energy to do it, and they just don't like it, so they hire us to do it. But if you want to take on that challenge yourself, it's really easy. It's pretty easy. Wix.com, and you can build it yourself. I think, Jacinda, you use that, and I think it's, you either use that or Squarespace. I don't remember, but both of those options are great, Squarespace or Wix. Veronica says, Google My Business has an option to exclude your home address so you can save the P.O. box costs. Perfect. Okay, good to know, because when I tried to do that when I was a mobile-only business, they did not have that option. So another thing that I want to mention to you is that there are some listings that do require you to have a physical address, but I think that the more people that do offer just mobile services, that's probably going to change, you know, because there's so many mobile lash artists, so many mobile even waxers I've heard of, estheticians and that sort of thing. So Ashley says, Corey, Wix has been awesome and so easy to use. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Jacinda uses Wix too. Yes. And Jacinda, your website for your training program, your makeup training program, I'm obsessed with. So I know that you can do high quality, like great work on Wix. You just need to know how to use it and have the time and patience with it. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and start talking a little bit about some other things that we do in order to market ourselves. I know social media is like a really, really big thing, and this is something that, you know, you really have to, again, take courses to really understand. And our first Bronze Up Brunch was about Instagram and how to use it for your business. And it's worked really well for us, but I'm just gonna give you a couple of pointers on how to just use social media in general and like what we do personally to make sure that we are attracting the right clients and people who are local to our business. So the first thing that we do is we use Canva, Canva.com, to go ahead and create the image. And from there, we post on Instagram. And on Instagram, if it's a post that I feel like people would be attracted to, or if it's a post that I really, really want people to like learn about or know about. So say, for example, this Wednesday and Thursday at Slay Beauty Bar, we're doing $99 lashes, which we never ever do. So I think that's something that's like really important to put out there and make sure that everyone understands like what we're doing. And so I want the most visibility possible, right? So on Instagram, when I'm posting that, I'm gonna tag 20 people because that's all it allows you to tag. And I'm gonna tag people that are our ideal clients in our area. So I'll tag, you know, SDSU Cheer, which is, excuse me, the local university down the street. We'll also tag, you know, SDSU sororities. We will tag any person that is either our client now that may be interested in taking advantage of this offer, or we'll even tag people who are like small business owners around the area because they work with our ideal clients. So not only would they know about our offer, but hopefully they would share that with other people. So I think that's a great way to do it. And so I just do something really short and sweet in the caption, like, hey, we're doing this on Wednesday and Thursday. Make sure that you book with Amy. That's the only person you're going to be able to get this discount with. Like, I don't say it like that, but something a little bit nicer, right? And so once you post that, then I go back into the comments and then I tag, I do 30 hashtags. And so that would be like hashtag San Diego, hashtag SDSU girl, hashtag San Diego girl, hashtag Pacific Beach, hashtag San Diego yoga, or whatever hashtag you think your ideal client may use. You can go ahead and put 30 of them on that first comment underneath your caption. So by doing this, and also geotagging your name by, you know, putting yourself at San Diego, California, or in Pacific Beach, or in La Jolla, your visibility on social media is going to be a lot greater than if you didn't do any of those things at all. Another tip for you guys is to always share that same exact ad on Facebook and on Twitter, or any other social media program that you have or platform that you have, because again, the more that you can be in front of your clients or your potential clients, I think the better. But of course, there is like a limit to how much they want to see you too. So we typically do about 3 to 5 posts a week. No, I lied. I completely lied to you guys. They recommend that you do 3 to 5 posts a week, but we do about 6 posts a week just because I want to be consistent with it. I've seen people do like 2 posts a day, 3 posts a day, which I personally don't think is necessary, but again, that's going to be up to you and whatever you see fit. Let's see what we have here. Jacinda says, wait, hold on. Jennifer says, regarding Google My Business, I want to show up in several cities. How to do this? So that is a good question. I know that there is an option, and Veronica, maybe you know this a little bit better than I do. I know that there is an option to duplicate whatever it is that you have in different cities. I know that we're trying to open up a second location in Temecula, which is like an hour and a half away from here. So we're gonna have to look into that because I haven't looked into that yet, but I know that there's a way to do it to where it's like essentially like the same business, but in different cities. So I'm not 100% sure how to do that, but we will find out for you. I think that's something that I need to find out anyway. So Veronica, if you have any input on that, let us know. Okay, it's hard to hear me. I will talk louder. I feel like I'm yelling. Facebook, can you guys hear me okay? Jacinda says, to get a Google My Business, you need an address. Since I'm mobile, I didn't have one, so I got a virtual mailbox with an address in La Jolla so I could register. Okay, so how did you get a virtual mailbox? I want to know that, Jacinda. She says, oh my God, thanks. I'm like over that website and about to update it. Oh my God, I love it so much. It looks so good. Heather says, okay, so tags on the pic and hashtags in the comments. Yes. So when you're tagging on the picture, you're tagging people or businesses. When you're tagging in the comments, you're tagging hashtags. You're not really tagging, you're hashtagging or words, I guess. So you would hashtag in the comments, hashtag San Diego, hashtag La Jolla, hashtag, let me put you guys over here. Can you guys hear me better now? Hold on. Let me see how this is going to work. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. I love it. Okay. Can you guys hear me better? Instagram? Okay. Yay! Okay, cool. So let me just start over really quick, Heather. So when you have your ad on there, you're going to be tagging 20 people, up to 20 people, I should say, to get visibility from them. And then you're going to go ahead and post your image or your ad on Instagram. And then you're going to go back in and you're going to comment 30 hashtags that you want to use, that you think that your potential ideal client is going to search or just kind of stumble across. So for us, it's hashtag San Diego, La Jolla, and all of that stuff. I hope that makes sense. So let me know if that doesn't, Heather. Stephanie says, is it better to geotag your city instead of your actual business? I personally, Stephanie, think so, because not everyone is going to be searching the geotag Slay Beauty Bar, but there's going to be a lot more people searching or tagging San Diego. So I hope that makes sense too. So definitely do like San Diego or La Jolla or Mission Valley or something like that. Michelle says, if you have a UPS mailbox at a UPS store, then that is an actual address, not a P.O. box. Exactly. Yep. So that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. So if you guys need a physical address, then UPS, maybe FedEx would be a good option for you too. Jacinda, Veronica says, at Jacinda, there's a checkbox in Google My Business that excludes your address from being displayed online. Okay, so my question to you, Veronica, would be, does that still mean that you need a physical address though, or can you just not put in an address? I don't know. I haven't looked into that in a very long time. Hi, Marjorie from New Jersey, welcome. Okay, good question, Stephanie, by the way. I am really glad that you asked that. All right, guys, I'm glad that you guys can hear me. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, let's see what we need to talk about here. Finding your clients on IG. Like I said before, it's important for you to share whatever ad that you used on Instagram and share it with your Facebook and Twitter. So I never, ever, ever go back and forth between Instagram, Facebook, and then Twitter, and then post the same thing and copy and paste all of that stuff. I just use one platform, which is Instagram, to post on the rest of my platforms, which the only platforms I really use. I share that same exact post on Facebook, and I also share it on Twitter. And then I have my VA, which is Veronica, on here. She goes ahead and posts that same ad on Pinterest. So another way to find clients near you, let me put this here because you guys are very low. Another way to find clients near you is by, and this goes hand in hand with SEO, which we'll probably go over next week, right? You need to get as many visitors to your website as possible. And the reason for that is because that helps with your search engine optimization, which again, essentially means that Google understands your business, they recognize who you are, and hopefully the goal is to get on that first page. So a couple of ways to get really good SEO going on your business or on your website and for your business is going to be through the content that you put on your website. So if you don't have a website, you guys need to get a website, okay? Because that is your storefront. That is going to be the way that people find you. And it's a great way to show the professionalism that you have within your business and that you take your business seriously. So even if you're the type of person who just has a home business, people come to you to get spray tans or to get lashed, get a website. You need a website. So whether that you do that through Wix or Squarespace yourself, or whether you hire someone to do that, you can talk to us. We have people that build websites for our business, and we would be happy to help you guys build a website yourself. That is going to be your storefront. And a couple of things that you guys need to do in order to make sure that your SEO is on point when it comes to on your website is making sure that whenever you're posting a photo or uploading a photo onto your website, that it has a caption or a name that pertains to your business to help with SEO. So for example, we would put on spray tan class, spray tan training student, or if we have a picture for a certificate, spray tan training certification, or if we have a picture of a before and after, we would put before and after spray tan. So anything that pertains to your business that would allow Google to recognize that, okay, this is a spray tanning business in San Diego, so they are constantly putting in those keywords in certain areas. So even through content on your homepage or About Me page or your services page, make sure you're as descriptive as possible. And that's going to help with your SEO. Another thing is that you want to update your content. I know I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but you want to go ahead and update your content as much as possible. So the way that we do that, because we don't want to change our service pages all the time and we don't want to change our About Me page all the time, you would do this through blogging, right? So if you ever see a website that has a blog, not only is that going to help with SEO in terms of keywords being put onto your website, it's also going to help Google understand that you are updating your website on a consistent basis. So then that way they're like, okay, this is a legitimate website. This is a website that the business is still in business, right? Because there's so many websites that just don't update their content. So it's like, are they legitimate or not? And then also the third thing with blog posts is that you can share this with your ideal client, and you can share this with other spray tanning artists. You can share this blog post with people who would need to read this information. So you're educating them, but you're also getting more traffic to your website, right? Does that make sense? If you guys are ever wondering why blog posts are there, I mean, they're great for educational purposes, but mainly it's to get traffic to the website and to update the website on a consistent basis and to put those SEO terms and keywords in there. When I mentioned Pinterest earlier, one of the biggest ways that we get traffic to our website is through Pinterest. So we have our VA, my VA, Veronica, who you see on Facebook right now on Beauty Business Babes, and she puts our ads that we create on Instagram or on Facebook or even our YouTube channel, and they consistently put this content onto Pinterest because, as you know, you probably have used Pinterest at least once in your life. And hi.
What's happening?
Hi. Not much. Hi. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a Facebook Live, but you're more than welcome to come in. Yeah. Hi, guys. How are you? I'm Kelly.
Hi.
Nice to meet
Sabrina.
you. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi. So it's going to be like probably another, I don't know, 15 minutes.
You're good.
Okay, cool.
Maybe we'll just stay outside.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Okay, so the Pinterest thing is really, really important because it allows us to bring so many visitors that potentially would have never even found our business through Pinterest. And so they may not buy immediately. They may not, click to sign up for our online course or anything right away. But the great thing is that they are helping us in a way that is allowing Google to see that, okay, this person is getting a ton of traffic to their website. So obviously there's something that is important on that website for people to come through. So as many visitors that you guys can get, the better it's going to be for you and for your business and online visibility. So I hope that helps. What else about Pinterest? There was something else that I wanted to mention. Always do original content on Pinterest too, because a lot of the times when you go on Pinterest, you personally, as a business owner, most likely have never done, original content or posted your original work on there. Make sure that you do that because that is the way that you are going to get noticed, and it is the way that you're going to be able to really set up your brand on Pinterest. If you're just reposting other people's work and that sort of thing, it's just not going to work as well. So it's best to use your original content, and always, 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 whenever you're posting, you can link that Pinterest post to something. So we usually do spraytanclass.com. We'll put in our Instagram on there so they can follow us. We'll put our YouTube channel up on there. And so there's different ways to use Pinterest, but essentially the more that you use it, the more visible you're going to be, the more traffic you're going to get, the higher the SEO is going to be for you, and the better the SEO is going to be for you. And so overall, it's just going to be a better experience for you and for your clients. Okay, sorry, I totally missed all these comments here. You still need an address on the profile. Okay, cool. Is there a way to not go back and comment hashtags from one platform to another? Is there a way to not go back and comment hashtags from one platform and to another? What do you mean exactly, Heather, by that? Okay, so when I do the hashtags, I really only do them for Instagram. I don't do them for Facebook or anything else because I don't know, maybe you guys do. I don't do that. I just feel like Instagram is the hashtag king or queen of it all. Whereas Facebook, not many people search hashtags. I hope that makes sense. I hope that answered your question. Blush Spray Tanning said, should I make a separate business page for Pinterest, or can I make a business board on my personal page? Honestly, you can do either or. I created a business Pinterest because I want people to understand like what I'm doing exactly and not get confused by my personal stuff. So I would say if you could just do a separate business page, that's what I personally would do. Stephanie says, I did a marketing thing and it said for higher visibility on social media to actually post your ad on each platform and don't do the hard hard to Facebook from IG. I'll find the video and share it with you. I've had higher visibility on Facebook since actually posting through Facebook and not sharing on IG. So I think that depends too on like what your, where your ideal client is. For me personally, Slay Beauty Bar here in San Diego, like we don't bring too many clients from Facebook. We bring almost all of our social media clients from Instagram. So I don't really focus on Facebook. I try to use my energy and my time like on what is actually going to work for my business, just because I've been in the game for a while, so I know that already. But if you have not been in the game for a while, and like if you want to explore different ways to do this, then definitely try different things. And that would make sense, Stephanie, to kind of, I guess, redo the post on Facebook for higher visibility. That might make sense. But again, we don't really get too many people from, I don't think I've ever had anyone from Facebook come into the salon. I usually use Facebook more for our spray tan training programs, or our eyelash training programs, or our marketing programs, or just like business to business type of interactions. Heather says, Stephanie, send that info to me. But yeah, Stephanie, if you can send, or if you can post that somewhere, I think that would be very beneficial for everyone to kind of look at. Diana says, how do you find topics or ideas for your blogs? Okay. So I find topics or ideas just kind of in my mind. I don't know. I'm like, what does my client want to know? So for spray tan training, my client wants to know what I need to do in order to start a spray tanning business. So that's a blog post. Or you know what I think about this? That's a really good question. I'm glad that you asked that. I always think about like, what are people Googling? And I want to put that same exact phrase on my blog post somewhere if it's not on the title. So for example, here at Slay Beauty Bar, we do eyelash extensions. I want to put in like, do eyelash extensions ruin my natural lashes? ? So that would be our topic for a blog post. Or for sunless tanning here in San Diego, we also do that. And so we would put in, how long do spray tans last? Or how does spray tanning work? So it's usually a question that I'm trying to answer for my ideal client and for whoever is searching that particular phrase or question, because if you have that same exact phrase or question and your SEO is good, you're probably going to be somewhere on the top eventually, because it's matching exactly what that person is looking for, as long as your search engine optimization is on point. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, Jacinda says, one thing I saw that sounds like an amazing idea for Facebook ads. Have the ad say free download, and it gives them a sample of your course. That way it grabs their email, they're interested, they'll want more, and then you can send them the marketing emails and hope that they buy at some point. People like free. Yes, okay, so there is a whole strategy to doing Facebook ads. And if you go onto our YouTube channel, we have a checklist very similar to what you're talking about, Jacinda. And it's the title of the video is How to Start a Spray Tanning Business. And so at the end of the video, I explain, you know, to download our free checklist, go ahead and click below. There's a link that we have a landing page for. And so when you click on that link, you have to enter your email address, and then you'll get that free checklist sent to you. And then you will start receiving our newsletters that we do through MailChimp. MailChimp is super important regardless of whether you're a small, large, medium-sized business, because you need to keep in contact with your clients all the time, and it is going to be something that you're really doing yourself a disservice if you just don't get your email addresses from your clients. So on your website, always 100% of the time have an email capture where people can put their email in there, and that way that's automatically going to MailChimp. And then also when they come in, we have Smart Waiver. And so Smart Waiver is basically in a software that we have an iPad for over there. And they can sign in, they put their email address in there, and they click to subscribe to our newsletter every single time that they come in. And that email automatically goes to MailChimp. And so that allows us to build our mailing list, which is like huge, 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 huge. I can't stress this enough. And this is more of like on the client retention side, not so much of like getting new clients, although they kind of go hand in hand. So you need to get your mailing list set up. If you don't already have it, Blush Spray Tanning asks, what is it called? MailChimp, MailChimp.com. MailChimp is free from what I remember, unless you have over 700 subscribers. And it is a great way to keep in contact with your clients, because you need to know that not everyone is going to remember who you are or where you're at or what your business name is, or they're just going to be like, okay, I forgot who that was, so I don't even know where to go now, so I'm just going to relook, and maybe they're going to go to someone else. So you need to keep in touch with your clients. They are going to become your friends. They need to become your friends. And for a couple of reasons, mainly because you obviously like want to build that rapport. And our goal here is to get our clients in 3 times, because from something that I've heard recently, and I think I said this on this last Bronze Up Brunch, is 3 times is a sweet number to get your clients back on a consistent basis and keep them loyal. So the first time that you meet your client, if you do an excellent 5-star, amazing, perfect job, it's 40% likely that they'll come back to you. On that second time, it's about 42% likely that they'll come back to you. But on that third time, it's about 70% likely that they'll come back to you. So our goal here is to really create a relationship with these people so they know that we love them, that we want them back, and that we really appreciate their services. So MailChimp is a great, 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 great way to do that. And so I'm glad that you mentioned that, Jacinda. Okay. I'm trying to think of what else. I think that website and SEO tips. Oh, another thing about SEO. Anyone that you can work with in terms of doing like some sort of networking agreement, or anyone that you can get to network with that work alongside your ideal client. So for example, makeup artists, hairstylists, lash artists, estheticians, and that sort of thing. Those are the people that you want to try to get in with, because what you guys can do is do like a reference or a referral page on your website that allows people to look and see who you recommend as a makeup artist, as a hairstylist, as a lash artist, as whoever you want to network with. So then that way you guys can do what's called backlinking. And what that is essentially putting their website, linking their website onto your website, and then vice versa. So we do this with Lavish Tan, and since we've done this, this has really, really helped our SEO. And Lavish Tan, Kelsey, and I are good friends. I love her to death. And so when we started working together, you know, we're like, well, why don't we just put each other's website on our website? And because she was actually a little bit more established than I was at the time, it really helped my SEO increase. So from a local perspective, if you work with somebody who is established, who is a great artist, who you want to work with and who you love and they love you just as much, not only is it going to be a really great relationship in terms of like referrals and that sort of thing, but on their website, it will help with your SEO as well. So I hope that helps. And then you can always guest blog too. So if you find like a magazine you want to guest blog for, or even like spray tan class, we have guest bloggers all the time. You know, Brittany was one of them, Trish was one of them. They blogged about themselves, and we put their blog onto our website, and we linked their website onto our website. So that's called a backlink, and that helps them, and it also helps us because now we have content on our website that people want to read about, but also it's helping them by backlinking their website and increasing their SEO. So that's a great way. And if you guys want to guest blog and you guys are in the sunless industry, I'd be more than happy to have you guys help us out, and we can help you with that too. So that would be another idea. Let's see. In-person introductions, I think this is something that we are going to talk about on a different Bronze Up Brunch because we're pretty much done here. But face-to-face interactions have 34 times more successful results than email. So keep that in mind. That's a huge amount of success when it comes to face-to-face interaction. So if you haven't gone out there, if you haven't met your neighbors, if you haven't talked to, you know, small business owners around your city, you need to do that. And whether that's just through giving them a discount on their first service, inviting them in to have coffee. I mean, I don't know how you guys want to do that. Everyone's so different, but definitely figure out how to do that to the best of your ability and get out there. I have to go, but if you guys have any questions, please write it in the comment box, and I will get back to it after we're done training today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I love you guys. You guys make this so much fun. Thank you guys for being so interactive. We'll talk probably about SEO because we just scratched the surface today, but I think SEO is going to be like the #1 thing you guys need to know in order to get your business up on the first page of Google, which is essentially like everyone's dream come true. And we want you guys to succeed. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Beauty Business Babes. Write down your comments below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. What did you just do?